It is 7 PM on May 28th, 2019, and we're going to open the administrative board meeting. Will you take roll call, please?
Yep. Trustees Chris Samples,
Here.
John Talbot,
Here.
William Luxinger,
Here.
Dina Simpson is absent, Jen Christensen,
Here.
Jared Doan,
Here.
President Rick Worm,
Here.
Treasurer Brenda Onyebank,
Here.
Clerk Sandy Moss, I'm here, Attorney David Silverman,
Here.
Public Works Supervisor Brett Fergie,
Here.
and Park Supervisor Kenny Lamer is absent.
All right, will you please review the items on the consent agenda?
Yep, for approval tonight on the consent agenda is item number 1 is the April 23rd, 2019 Administrative Board Minutes. Number 2 is the bills payable warrant list dated May 23rd, 2019.
28th.
28th, 2019? Number 3 is ordinance number 19-08, an ordinance authorizing disposal of personal property owned by the Village of Davis Junction, electronics. Number 4 is resolution number 19-31, a resolution approving and authorizing execution of engagement letter from S.C. Friedman and Company for annual TIF administration support services.
At this time, does any board member wish to pull an item from the consent agenda for further discussion? Excellent. Entertain a motion.
I move to place agenda items 1, 2, 3, and 4 inclusively as consent agenda items. Further, I move that all items be considered together as the consent agenda.
Second.
William makes a motion to place items 1, 2, 3, and 4 inclusively on the consent agenda. Jen seconds. Is there any discussion? Roll call, please.
Jen?
Yes.
Jared?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Tina is absent. Chris?
Yes.
William?
Yes. I move to adopt items 1, 2, 3, and 4 inclusively on the consent agenda in the single group pursuant to the omnibus vote procedures specified in the Illinois Municipal Code.
Second.
Well, he just did the...
Yep.
Yeah, so,
All right.
you got your motion in.
So William makes motion to adopt items 1, 2, 3, and 4 inclusively on the consent agenda. Jared seconds. Is there any discussion? Roll call, please.
Jared?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Tina's absent. Chris?
Yes.
William?
Yes.
Jen?
Yes.
Motion passes at 7:03. I did receive, not on the agenda, but I did receive complaints today about mowing and vehicles. We should probably put something out about how vehicles are allowed to be parked. We have a lot of vehicles parked in the grass, and they have to be on something that we were just discussing before the meeting. I brought some pictures in for Jared that I received. Some I took on the way here. We have grass doesn't look like it's been touched this year. I know it's been wet, but we still have to follow up on that. Sandy?
The first thing listed on here is microphones. Just a few refresher announcements and some new stuff for our newer trustees. I actually received a phone call from the public who is struggling to hear people. So if you could make sure that you speak directly into your microphone, no clicky pens. Every time you touch the mic, it does make a loud vibration on the audio and video recording. And then the other complaint that I received had to do with side conversation. So I said that I would mention that. But most importantly, just make sure everybody is speaking directly into their microphone when they are speaking so that it picks up the recording correctly.
I received that as well, and so I went and watched, and it is difficult to hear.
It is.
people.
Everybody needs to speak directly into the microphones. These microphones are meant to pick up the recording straight on, and so it's difficult. When we all want to look at each other while talking, you still have to make sure that you're projecting to the microphone. And then the other thing I have on here is a fence issue at 612 Willow Bend. I sent you something to bring up. So can you scroll down to the bottom part of that? So we ran into this dilemma once before. The green, blue, and yellow is existing fence. The pink is where the homeowner would like to add fence. However, you'll see that about 10 feet of it would go into an easement on the far south end of the property.
Yes?
Yes. The other 3 fences are already in the easement, because there's a 10-foot easement on the back side of that. So this particular homeowner is asking to just connect over that 10 feet instead of having to install a fence along the back line of the property. I am not in any position to make those decisions. I told them that I would be happy to ask you guys. They're literally asking to put 1 post in the easement at this point.
That's the storm swale, isn't it?
It is a drainage easement, and there is, as you can see by my drawing there, there's actually, the other 3 fences are already in it, so I don't wanna say we'd be condoning the other ones that are there, but is it fair to that homeowner?
Well, okay, so if it's in the easement, and this is where, I'm sorry, what subdivision?
Harvest Glen.
Harvest Glen,
Right.
yeah. So, it is probably, we should look and make sure, but chances are there's language in there that says no structure shall be built in the easements.
There is, and
Yeah.
so we have recently come upon this, in other locations, in which the other fences were already built in the easement, and the one property owner is looking to put a post to connect over the
Yeah.
existing.
So are any of
Understood.
those been approved by our,
So I knew that question was coming, so I did prepare that. The blue fence that was up there was approved in 2016.
Wrong one.
The, green fence, which is, actually goes a little bit further, that's just the portion on this portion of the property, was approved in 2007, and the yellow fence was approved in 2008, and I believe all by the same party. Let me double check.
Are they all different property owners?
Yes.
Like a...
Yes.
Go back to the
So what
other
that is a common storm easement.
Okay.
And really,
one. This
it's a
one-
private party
Okay,
matter
I see
between
how
the
that-
private property owners. But in our fence permit application, I believe it says
You cannot.
you cannot, you can't obstruct the flow of an easement. You gotta check whether the easement has a language about restricting construction within it.
The one from '07, the yellow that goes down the length of it, I believe is before that time frame. But the ones on the back lot are the newer two.
Actually, that one's the oldest.
Oh, I'm sorry, those two. No, maybe I had a backwards one.
Which is the new part? Sorry, I'm missing.
We must put
The
they won't put this
pink
in.
is where they want to install the fence. There is no fence there currently, but they would have to go over into the easement 10 feet
To connect to
Right
the
here.
other
to connect to the
fence,
existing
All right.
fences that are already in the easement.
But is... Okay.
if I'm not mistaken, there, though that is a waterway easement, there is no defined,
Okay, so I live
drain there,
a
correct,
couple
Rick?
houses down from this, and my understanding is it's not a drainage easement, it's utility. But they
Yeah,
didn't put it, the only 2 utility back there is phone.
I didn't think they
We
did.
just ran into this last year because,
Well, you live on the other side of it.
yeah,
We did, and so the solution we came to last year is we allowed the homeowner coming in to put their 1 fence pole in the easement, but we made them sign an acknowledgement letter that they understood that they were
Right.
putting it in the easement, that if we had to come and take it out, it was not going back, they were responsible for any damage to it. So we did make them sign that for a homeowner, I think about 6 homes up from this last year.
Yeah.
Well, the easiest thing to do is get the language of the easement and what the restrictions are on the easement.
Yeah,
And the homeowner should be able to provide that from their own survey, sorry.
yeah. No, it definitely says they cannot be building there.
Mm-hmm.
so the one fence in 2016, that's out of the easement?
That's in an easement.
Is it on the line of the easement,
No.
or is it actually in the easement?
It's actually in it because that's a 10-foot on both sides easement.
Mm-hmm.
And we had Casper in 2016, I guess.
Yes.
We need to find a new guy, 'cause this keeps
I don't think this
happening.
is a significant waterway to my knowledge, but I'm okay with allowing it this one time with their letter of understanding. But if this was one of the issues we have like on Prairie Lily or Frosty Morning over there where we have major flooding, I would not be okay with that. Not me.
I say I'm okay with it too. There's not enough water flows behind our ditch.
I don't know that I don't know if I need formal approval, so
And
I just stick it on there.
I'm gonna throw it out here, I'll throw it up on the map, so you can see, you get down to the folks out there.
Hard to believe that
When you
one
get to
actual
here-
pole is gonna be a problem.
When you get to here, anyway, the village allowed this homeowner back whenever, 2003 or 4, they allowed them to berm this, and it blocks the waterway anyway.
Yeah.
Well, it's not the pole that would do that
No,
lot of
I
benefit.
understand, but you're talking
Yeah.
about 10 feet, as opposed to how many is in the rest
Well,
of it,
yeah.
the whole.
Every
length of
single
it?
one of these has
But
a
it's on
fence.
their property.
I don't think
Oh.
there's,
It's 5 foot on one property, 5 foot on the other, isn't it?
I think it's 10, I could be wrong.
So it's a
the
20.
waterways are
I've been
I thought you said
hearing
the
it.
easement was 10 feet on each
I
side,
think
so
it's
they would be all
10.
on their property.
I'd have to.
So it is all their
I'd have to
property.
find my dig map, I did not
It's
bring it
that
out
one.
here with me.
I hope you're not building a fence on your neighbor's property.
No,
That'd be
they're
problematic.
Well,
We've
if they
had
were,
that.
I
Sometimes they
think if they were
split
trying
it,
to
5 foot,
connect
5
it,
foot.
Yeah, they're definitely all in the
easement,
though.
but their property
Yeah,
easement, okay.
I think when Casper and I looked it up, I wanna say it was a 10.
Well, the rear easement, you have to be a minimum 10 feet off.
Yeah, if it's a utility easement, it'll be the utility that comes in and takes out their stuff.
Yeah, I wanna say it.
Well, no issue there, feel free.
Oh, on this
Which
road,
utility am I-
back here, you have phone, you have
Which is it?
I-
electric,
I'd
gas,
have to
and
look
cable
it
are
up.
up
I
front.
didn't bring that
Fine.
front.
Electric,
No
gas,
problem.
and,
Sorry.
yeah, cable are up front.
Yeah,
So if the board has no problem with it, I'll just treat it like we did the last one, and I will ask
Just get
them
this-
to sign the letter of understanding that they
Mhm.
understand that even though we're allowing it, we're not condoning it, I guess. Best way to put that. David, do I need formal action on that, or is
No.
there consensus?
No.
Okay. All right, I'll let the homeowner know tomorrow.
Anything further?
Yes, I actually have a list.
Uh-oh.
So electronic recycling event is this Sunday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. If any of the trustees would like to come and join us, I know the Stillman Valley is bringing, their clerk, their president, and a few of their trustees as well. Fergie and I are always there, but we welcome any trustees or Rick to join us, even if you can just come for an hour or two. It also is a good event for the community, but it's good team building for the two towns as well,
so Monroe Center didn't wanna do it with us.
I did not hear back from Monroe Center. I do know they're in the middle of a changeover in their clerk though, so I have not had an opportunity to meet their new clerk.
I'll be out of town, sorry.
Hmm?
I'll be out of town.
That's fine. If anybody can
10
help.
to 2, you said?
Yep. Fergie and I are always there, so.
Just dropping off my stuff count as help.
No.
If you carry it out, you're.
And then, I sent out an email letting everybody know the Illinois Municipal League Conference has sent out an email that is coming up, so if anybody would like to attend, please just let me know, so that I can get that booked. That's all I have. Oh, I did have one more thing on the microphones, just so you're aware, when you guys have your phones on vibrate, can you keep them away from the microphone stand? That actually picks up in the recording as well.
Sorry. Keep
All right.
clean
And that's all I had. Oh,
Brenda?
no,
Oh,
I had one more. The annual fee ordinance is coming up, and I took care of it last year, so I didn't know if anybody else wanted to take care of reviewing it again this year. If you guys just want me to update what I think needs to be updated and bring it back to you.
What
no, we need to review it.
Annual fee ordinance.
So this is the ordinance you adopt every year that has all of your fees, charges, fines, penalties, licenses, and other things. So you renew that annually.
Yep, and Jess and I have caught a few changes that need to be made to it, but,
We need to review it.
Yeah, I like to
would you
review.
like a particular person, or do you want me to just put it at the committee level and put it in the board packet?
Yeah.
Committee level.
All right,
Community level.
and then underneath you?
Sure.
All right, then I will do that, and I will mark on there the ones that Jess and I have caught, so you can see what the ones we've at least looked at.
That's the whole point, is that we can look at it and see
Yep.
if there's any,
Absolutely, so I'll put that on the committee. That's all I had.
Brenda?
I have nothing right now.
Okay, she's actually done.
I'm done too.
Okay. David?
Nothing at this time.
Community Improvement Finance.
We do have an emergency expenditure to ratify. We talked about it last week. The, blockage out at the wastewater treatment plant. Frank's Sewer and Drain in the amount of $6,200. Not hearing anything. I make a motion to approve the emergency expenditure to Frank's Sewer and Drain in the amount of $6,200.
I'll
Second.
second.
William makes a motion to approve the expense to Frank's Sewer and Drain in the amount of $6,200. Jen seconds. Is there any discussion? Just want to note that proper procedures were followed for our emergency expenditure. We discussed them at last week's meeting, and then brought it to this week to actually approve it. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
John?
Yes.
Dina's absent. Chris?
Yes.
William?
Yes.
Jen?
Yes.
Jared?
Yes.
Motion passes 7-16.
Only thing not on the agenda, and this is just more of a guidance, I received 2 phone calls about somebody looking to move their business into town. They currently are stationed out of Rockford. Where they're renting or whatever they're doing, they've been, property was sold and the new owner doesn't want them operating there. But it came to light that we don't really have anything that would fit their business model. It would not be retail or anything like that. They want just an office and to store some trucks. I kinda gave them direction on where I thought they could fit, but I just want the board's understanding. Are we wanting to remain Route 72 within the village limits as retail? 'Cause that's what it's all zoned. I told them that was my understanding of what the board, since I've been on here, has envisioned that corridor. But if the board is changing of that opinion, I can definitely pass that message along, but
I don't change that opinion. I think we need to keep that open for retail.
Wouldn't anybody who wanted to come in need to see the zoning board anyway?
no, not necessarily. If the business that wants to come fits the zoning for that zoning already,
Yeah, but
And they're
in
the
this
prop-
case, you're saying that they might wanna change it if it's along 72,
yes, so they would be required to
to go
submit,
to the zoning board first.
correct, they would. But the land that they're interested in, the village owns. But if it doesn't fit the model that we want with that land, we don't need to sell it. That's my question. There is land available on 72 that's not the village's that they could buy from a private party and then go through the planning and zoning to try to go that route, but I don't think they want that significant of an expense.
But even if they bought our land, or the village's land, would they not still have to go through that same procedure?
Yes, they would, if we were to sell it, but if we don't want industrial on Route 72, we don't have to sell it, that's my question.
Understood.
I'm on the retail side of things.
Me too.
I did give them, the name of a person who's trying to develop and said that they might be interested in the back parcels. So they can work out a deal with that private party. But that's all.
Those same conversations.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna apologize. The committees listed on the agenda are the old committees. I pre-prepare our agendas for the full month ahead of time. And so Rick just caught that the committees are listed as the old committees, not the current ones. I'll fix that for next month.
So this is where efficiency doesn't work.
No, I know. When changes get made halfway through the month, I didn't catch them.
Anything further? Ordinance enforcement, Jared?
I just wanna inform the board that there's quite a few law and violations. If the people do call me and ask for extension because of the rain, I will give them a short period extension if that's fine with you guys. Just, I understand they want their lawns looking nice, you mow it in the rain, it just clumps up. So, people that call me and ask me for extension, I give them the extension. The people that don't, just send a letter to them. That's it.
All right. Parks?
Other than the movie, I guess Jen probably was gonna talk about that. There's a movie Saturday.
I guess not anymore.
Go ahead. You could tell us what the movie is.
Yeah, see, I left you half of that.
It's Incredibles 2. Hopefully, fingers crossed, weather pending.
Yeah.
And the mosquitoes don't carry us away.
Is it the same company we've used in the past?
Yes.
Are we gonna spray from mosquitoes
That's-
anytime soon? Because last night, or the night before, I got bit. I was getting lit up outside.
Oh, they're bad.
They're bad now.
does it help all the rain?
It does. It's contact killer, so with mosquitoes, if they're out flying around, we will damage the population on them. We actually started talking about it today. On probably soon we'll have to post that we're gonna be doing it, and then, we also discussed, that this year we need to do back-to-back springs and not leave the week gap so much, 'cause if we only kill off 10% of them, that, 90% is laying eggs, and it just kinda, we're not making a lot of headway with it, so from what we've learned in the classes and everything, we're better off doing, immediate treatments back-to-back this season. So we're discussing on a time frame here soon, so. And then for park stuff, I have, we have a tournament this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Looks to be a busy weekend, then we have, we'll be scrambling to get set up for the movie Saturday night, weather permitting. Hopefully everything goes okay. I think we have a tentative date in August if we were to get rained out for it. British soccer camp will be starting next week. Should be, I believe they're gonna be in the 10-acre park starting on Monday for the week. Regionals for high school, IHSA regionals seem to go through pretty good. We had a lot of people here from a lot of towns. It's gonna be a big hit, and along with that, Diamond One finally got completed with all the sod and everything. This is still stemming from last year's drain tile and everything, and so Diamond One's finally completed. And we installed a slushy machine in concessions this week, or last week, I'm sorry, and it seems to be a pretty big hit already, so I believe, over the next few weeks, as the weather breaks and the T-ball and coach pitch, games start, it's gonna be slushies flying out of this place.
What is the cost of that slushie?
$24.80.
No,
Two
the
do-
cost of
$2 a
slushie.
cup.
Oh,
$2 a
$2 a cup, yes.
What's our cost?
Afterwards.
Per slushie, approximately 9 cents. Minus the
Nine.
straw and like a penny for the
Minus
cup,
the
so about 12 cents or less.
That's good.
So we'll be seeing a lot of blue and red kids running around the
It's
neighborhood.
getting up there with the popcorn as far as profit.
Gotta pay for the people too. You didn't factor in labor, right? You're just saying the cost of it.
Yeah.
material.
People are only worth
Yeah.
9 cents
Yeah.
now.
That's not including the machine
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
the machine would.
Probably $1.50.
That's it from me, yeah.
Anything further? John?
No.
Streets?
Before I go present this resolution, this will be the last easement that we need for this particular. And if anybody has any questions, I'm sure Sandy can answer. No, this is our last easement, and there'll be a couple of pre-construction meetings tomorrow morning with the construction companies and Willett Hoffman. So that being said, I'd like to make a resolution, number 19-32,
Motion to approve.
I'd like to make a motion to approve resolution number 19-32, a resolution accepting temporary construction easement in certain real property, 1025 Northwestern Avenue.
Second.
So Chris makes a motion to approve resolution number 19-32. Jared seconds. Is there any discussion? Roll call, please.
Dina's absent. Chris?
Yes.
William?
Yes.
Jen?
Yes.
Jared?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Anything further? Oh, sorry, motion passes 7:24.
Oh, sorry, me. The last thing, was we did receive a packet from Willett Hoffman on the construction up for the sump pump, and apparently what they've finished so far. And they have a projected completion date of June 10th.
I don't know what their actual date is. With the
Right.
weather and everything, it's hard to say what that date is now.
That's what it says. I'm just going off the email that they sent. That hopefully they'll be somewhere on time, but there has been a lot of rain, so I caution everybody to pray for dryness. No
Would
rain.
love it.
I can't even mow my grass, so.
Anything further?
That's it for me.
Community engagement,
Oh, I guess I'll tell you that we're having a movie on Saturday night.
we get her some foam bricks.
It's Incredibles 2.
At the,
Yes, weather pending. And mosquitoes. And that's all.
All right. You have anything on utilities?
the item on the agenda will push off to a committee level, and Dina is not here.
All right, anybody have anything on economic development? Public, you will have to speak into a microphone. You have to turn that one on.
There's a circle on it.
You can pull it out from there.
Yep, pull it out.
If you want to sit down, you can do that too.
Yep,
Yep.
push the circle on.
We're not formal.
Oh, push, there you go.
There you go.
Hi, Zach Dayrosh. I live in 1000 Illinois in Ogle Crossings. In my backyard is the detention pond, and I've gotten a couple of letters from the lawyers involved in getting cattails removed and some of the trees that I guess are planted a little bit too low. Has been mentioned numerous times throughout this meeting, the weather has been not conducive to doing yard work for a majority of the time. While it has been a long time that they've been warning us, I think the first letter I got was January 4th. There's been consistently snow on the ground, frozen, snow on the ground, rain, water. There's been maybe 2 weekends this year that we've been able to get down there to try to do some of the work. And yeah, we did, I think it was mid-April, request a relatively long extension to try to get it done of 180 days. But exactly what's occurring now, we didn't know what the weather would be doing, and we only got a 30-day extension, which has come and gone now, and it's now sitting, we have pictures of it now that show that there's literally a foot of water in there. So getting any kind of equipment down there to remove the cattails, which were removed down to the ground on one of those weekends and popped back up to 2 feet within about a week and a half. So we're requesting another extension.
I don't think you have an issue with that.
Jen?
I can't mow our grass, don't expect you to.
I mean, that's even worse, because that's where the water actually goes.
Right, because that's, and they like water.
David, you have to have a microphone. Of all the people. No, not on.
Is it green?
There you go.
David May, and actually I just live across the street, and we're just helping him out with a little. Her husband Robert there is flowage in there now. He dug out both sides where the water comes in and exits, so within a day it's usually down a reasonable amount. But as soon as it's, safe to get down there, I have a tractor, and we're going to try to get it cut down and flowing properly again. And it really shouldn't be too much, but they were trying and getting all the letters. We just want to make sure nobody was going to do something,
You guys okay with, they were saying 180, you guys okay with end of summer?
Yeah.
I don't think anybody on this village board now or the last board was, calling for heads or anything. I think we were just surprised when we heard about it. So, once it was brought to our attention, I think we were just a little surprised at what had happened, but I don't think anybody's,
Okay, yeah, that's all they were here for. We just want to make sure we have extension, nobody's getting liens on their houses and stuff like that. It'll get taken care of.
What's that?
No, you have to have a microphone.
But you know what that stemmed from was, I think somebody was trying to sell, and that was our. Okay.
Well, he lives on one he's trying to sell his house on one of the sides there,
Yeah.
on one
That's
side.
what it was from.
Yep.
I think that was the reason of the verbiage of lien was to protect the village's interest in the event of a sale, but.
Okay.
Yeah, David.
The cattails were there whenever I purchased the property to begin with.
Are you the corner lot or the one in the court?
I'm in the backside.
He's back
in the
for,
court.
I've got the small split.
he's this one.
He's the court.
Oh, you're the the first
He's a
one,
little-
you're got it. Okay.
Yeah, the day we were out there, and Brett and I walked back there, and we saw that thing, and it was like, the heck is that?
Well, that's all we just want to make sure, get an extension, and you guys were,
How long do you think just out of
Oh, good.
curiosity?
David.
Well, given what's going on with the weather, I would think 60 days would be plenty, but I'd like a little bit more cushion. We're gonna try to tackle it as quickly as possible, but we don't wanna have to come back and, request extension after extension. So I'd say, like you were saying, 90 days, so end of August.
Everybody okay with it?
Mhm.
I think we're
Do we need
getting
official
the worst
action
of
on
it
that,
now.
or is it
Just
If you're not flooding over homes now, I mean,
right?
I think we're safe, but I'm okay with 90 days.
You hear it's
Sump
raining
pump's
out
working
there,
like a
huh?
champ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I
raining.
gotta talk
You
louder,
realize,
yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw the news or not, but that Noah's Ark theme park, they actually had to file because the Ark was damaged from water. So, we've had a lot of water.
It's raining right now.
Oh,
Go ahead.
yes, you can.
I think you should issue an official letter, though, because it would follow.
We should wire that thing,
Official.
keep it wired.
I've got a stand I need to order.
Yeah.
I have a question. Somebody asked me this question, and I have no idea. I'm not an engineer. Because of the water that was sitting in that ditch, retention area, they're claiming down the road that the water tables are all up and all their sumps are working twice as much and every day. Is that possible? Does anybody know, or will we have to actually?
I would highly doubt it.
Natural spring.
Due to that.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound possible to me, but I don't know.
Right, I mean, the water table's coming up, we've rained since January, so,
Well, they're claiming 5 years now, so,
your subdivision was built in a drought. The water table came back up after that, it's plain and simple, and that's,
it was built on a stream, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well,
there's underground something out there.
Yeah, we have a survey before
Where
Ogle
we have
Crossings was put in.
where we have that
and
old
there's a
lift
stream.
station dewatering down there, before we hooked it up for dewatering, when we shut it off, the water came 36 inches from the top.
Yeah, I remember
That was the groundwater level, was 36 inches. So you have a lot of groundwater there, and that was 2000,
But it's not isolated to
12?
Ogle Crossings.
That was
I live
before
in
No,
Hartford,
I know,
my
and,
pump-
well, the
pump
one
goes up all
homeowner,
the
well,
time.
a couple of the homeowners told me that their pumps never ran, ever.
Oh,
And then the last 4 years or 5 years, they've been running nonstop. In the last year, they've been running 2 or 3 times or more than that. I can't remember what she said.
I'm not an engineer.
A lot
but my
more.
unprofessional opinion, I don't think that would have anything to do with it.
Well, there is one, I mean, kitty corner there that does start running in the past couple of years in the other subdivision.
But again, what level's the
I don't know
water?
what that would have to
I
do with
mean,
it.
what happened in 2018? We rained all year, and almost all year, almost every weekend it rained. And we're right
Yeah,
back
well,
into it again this year.
They said cement's being pushed up, and I'm not an engineer, but that didn't seem right. I just wondered if
That's
anybody
getting too technical.
had more knowledge about that.
I doubt the drummer's soil would allow it.
Suppose you can just put it back up in there.
Sure, we've got,
Oh, that's fine. We'll take care of it.
anything for the public?
For Jared, you said you were sending out letters about the grass.
Yes.
I know the grass in the empty lots is like 18 inches high now or something like that. I have not contacted him because of the rain, because it's all just pure mud under there.
Yeah.
Do you want me to start contacting him? Are you getting complaints about that? I've been trying to be really patient with it because of the rain.
It's the same thing out in Plat 10. He's trying to get a crew out there, but it's just so wet.
Yeah, that's what I figure.
And what's gonna happen, he gets out there more, he's gonna get stuck or dig up ruts. So, I mean, let's try to let the, rain calm down.
That's what I've been doing, but I just wanted to be sure you weren't sending letters, or if you wanted to send letters or whatever.
Yeah, I can send a letter if you want me to Petrie, or I can contact them.
I think we should be a little patient with the rain. I was just wanting to touch base with you.
Yeah.
Give it another
be a
couple of
little
weeks.
patient with it, but I can still send a letter if you want me to.
As soon as weather permitting, get this done.
Yeah, do that.
That'd be perfect.
Another one is that where the house burned down on Sunny Hill.
Yeah,
That
I
one's
sent a
pretty
letter
rough,
out
too.
for that too.
That one's under control. He's got
That was through the microphone. Anything further, public? Entertain a motion for closed session.
I'll make a motion to go into closed session 2C1, the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of a specific employees of the public body or legal counsel for the public body, including hearing testimony on the complaint lodged against an employee of the public body or against legal counsel for the public body to determine its validity, and 2C11, litigation when an action against, affecting, or on behalf of a particular public body has been filed and is pending before the Court of Administrative Tribunal, or when the public body finds that an action is probable or imminent, in which case the basis for the finding shall be recorded and entered into the minutes of the closed meeting.
Second.
So William makes a motion to go into closed session under sections 2C1 and 2C11. Jared seconds. Is there any discussion? Roll call.
Chris,
Yes.
William,
Yes.
Jen,
Yes.
Jared,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Dina's out.
7:37.
Are you ready?
Need a motion to reconvene?
open session?
Second.
John makes a motion to reconvene open session. Chris seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Back in open session at 8:46. So with the possible action on closed session, we'll entertain a motion to approve the increases based on the percentages.
Retro May first.
Except for Mr. Riley. When did he start?
May
Okay.
9th or something, May 15th.
8:15?
I don't know what Riley's was.
5:15.
What was Riley's,
All fine
50
with
cents?
me.
Yeah, 10:50.
Well,
Jack Riley.
I can't make a motion, folks.
I'll make a motion to approve, raises as set forth by Rick Martin.
Somebody's got to set
The
them
motion
forth.
is
Somebody's
to
gotta set them forth.
approve the raises as discussed in
yeah.
executive session, effective May
May
1 for, you need the employees, because there's another one.
For Kenny, Brett, Sandy, and Brenda.
And Jack
And
Riley.
But
Jack Riley's.
Jack Riley's is gonna be different.
Is whatever his start date is.
It's, if you say May 1st, it'll cover that.
Okay.
Okay.
Is there a motion,
You
or
need
do we need to redo it?
Need to redo it.
I'll make a motion to approve a 4% raise for Kenny Lamer, 4% raise for Brett Fergie, 4% for Sandy Maas, 10.55% for Brenda Onyebany, and move Jack Riley to $10.50 an hour, retroactive to May 1st, 2019.
Second.
Good job.
Good motion.
Wonderful. Who seconded that?
That's
Jared.
All right. So William makes a motion to approve the raises set forth in closed session at 4% for Brett, 4% for Kenny, 4% for Sandy, 10.55% for Brenda, and moving Jack Riley to $10.50, retroactive to May 1st, or whenever their start date was, based on Riley. Jared seconds. Is there any discussion?
Yes. I'm going to vote present because I wasn't here for the last year and haven't been involved with anybody's, I don't feel good about voting against it. So I'm just gonna vote present, and I have no conflict of interest. That isn't an issue for me. I just wasn't here for any of it. That's it for me.
Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
William,
Yes.
Jen,
Yes.
Jared,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Dina is absent, Chris.
Present.
So 4 yeses.
Passes at 8:48. Anything further from the board members?
There's an electronic recycling event this Sunday from 10 to 2.
Anything further from the attorney?
Nothing.
Anything further from the supervisors?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
William makes a motion to
Beat ya.
adjourn. John seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Oh.
We're adjourned at 8:49.